G'day, it's Scott Pickin here, founder and CEO of Wealth Migrate, here with my good friend Richard. And Richard, this is Kensington. It's one of our first residential developments here in Australia where we've actually funded it. We've gone right up the value chain. You and I have been helping people invest in end user houses and apartments for best part of 8 years, but now we're actually helping people go right up the value chain. Just tell us a little bit about this one. I have to say this is my first time on site and I'm super impressed by the area and what's going on. Having done this for a long time, infill sites, good, close to the city, lots of work locations. This is a really good opportunity, but just give us a little bit of a heads up here on what you found.
Yeah, look, I think if we take a step back, Kensington on Latham's right in the Chermside, the suburb of Chermside, which is it's been chosen or selected as one of those high growth areas in terms of jobs and population growth. So therefore you're finding that the old houses that were traditionally in the area are now being combined together as 2 to 3 lots, and they're building apartment more sort of high density,
like medium density basically.
Yeah, higher density as well, like apartment projects. So these areas now are where the developers and the government know where the population's coming, so therefore they're putting in more infrastructure and you're seeing a lot more construction activity. And this particular site here, we're 12 kilometres from the Brisbane CBD. We're literally 400 metres from the largest shopping centre in Brisbane.
Make sure you watch the quadcopter videos where we've got all the different ceramics of where the different things are basically.
Yeah. And we're the same distance from the Holy Spirit Chermside Hospital here, which is another quite large hospital. So, and then you've got all the way down Lutwich Road here, which is the main road. You've got a lot of varying types of different businesses in that, and they're also predicting there's going to be something like 8,000 new jobs created over the next sort of 10 to 15 years. So it's definitely a high infrastructure zone, a high population growth zone, and a highly targeted now development zone. So,
and I think, just to put that in perspective, that's not Richard's opinion. If you look over there, you can actually see, so you can see old houses right here in the foreground, but actually behind you can see the medium and high density, and you can see the crane with another one going up. And if we circle around behind us here, you can actually see that there's 2 that have just finished and are both sold out, and apparently it's the same architect, eh?
Yeah, you'll see the Pandana project, which is the one behind us here, and that one is the same architect that they're using on Kensington on Latham as well. So that project's sold out and they're just waiting for settlement, and they're keeping the apartments at the top, and this one here is sold out as well. So there is an argument that people use, and you see it sometimes as a concern in the media, that there's an oversupply. Look, what I'd like to say to that is, I was telling you earlier on today, just on Thursday the government had sent to all of the residents of Brisbane a very important document where they've said basically they've worked out with the strong population growth that there's another 223,000 homes required just to keep up with the growing population, and that's until the year 2030, which is a significant amount of development and building that will have to take place just to keep up with the demand. So,
well, didn't you say they're going to have to increase the supply by 50%?
They're going to have to,
just to keep
increase
up with the
production by 50% more, which is not an easy thing to do.
There's no land, so they've got to go and do infill like this. They've got to buy houses, knock them down, and build apartments.
And when I say there's no land, there's literally no more large greenfield areas of land. So they've actually highlighted on that document, and I will share it with everybody from the government, that it's all going to be brownfield or infield type development moving forward. So that's why areas like Chermside really count long term, and I'm excited to say that we've got, this is in terms of residential, this is a tremendous project.
It's pretty much as good as it gets. So just for those of you interested, I'm not sure if there's anything left in Kensington on Latham. Go on the portal. If there's, you can invest. If you're not, unfortunately, sign up for the next one. But you know, I'm sure we'll be finding more residential projects. This one went pretty quickly, and I'm sure as people get to experience the opportunity, see the returns, that demand is just going to increase further and further. So, you know, go along, take a look, understand it. You know, it's in some ways it's a cookie cutter thing. You know, rather understand and get your head around it. You can invest in Kensington on Latham, maybe, I'm not sure, it's probably gone already, but certainly there'll be others that you can get involved in the future. Cool.
Thanks, Scott.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.